Well, hello again, Twitch. Let's see. Yep. All right. Started this cover up last week, and we're gonna continue on working on it. Been a long day. Was up early, about 5 a.m. today, trying to get a jump on the work and get stuff going while the kid was out of my hands. So a lot of work done. I was trying to get 5 pages colored today, and I got 3 finished, and the other 2 are in progress. They're probably about half done, the other 2 pages, so not quite as much done as I was hoping, but that's all right. Oh, as always, if you got any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to hit me up. Quite remember what I did with this character's outfit, so I'm going to bring up the model sheet. Oh, it's black. I always liked the designs Gabe did when he was doing the character shots. Hindsight, I would have had him do like front, back, and side profile. So could have established the look all the way around. But nah, I didn't know any better. It's alright. Glad I looked, because I would have done that wrong. As always, if you have any questions or comments, let me know. I still haven't decided what color I want his suit to be. It's not going to be green, obviously. I don't think it should be purple. It'd be gray and black. See, there's this cuff right here. I don't know if I should change color on it or not. Separate it, that way if I want to change color on it, yeah. Sure. And if I remember right, he's in a new suit in the issue 2. I was considering just going full bore with the red on him. I don't know if it'll be too much. Be complementary to the other character. So I mean, if I keep them blue and them red, that kind of gives you a pretty good idea of the storytelling. Like, these dudes are together because their colors match, and then these two are together because their colors match. And as I work through the issue, I can probably change it here on the cover as I figure out what I want to do more. So,
Spilled your drink? Bounty picks up spills quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent so you can use less than the leading value brand. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
There's no escape. You can't hide. They're following you. Your cravings for nacho fries will never stop. The warm nacho cheese sauce and savory Mexican spices will not let you get away. So there's only one thing left to do. Run to Taco Bell, because nacho fries are back. Head to Taco Bell and silence your cravings before nacho fries disappear again. Only at Taco Bell, at participating U.S. locations for a limited time only.
Want to keep little hands busy at home? The Home Depot has free kids workshop kits with everything you need to get started. Pick up a new one in store starting the first Saturday of every month. Then head to homedepot.com/kids for a project guide that's easy to follow along with, plus loads of other kid-friendly content. Kids can't wait to get their hands on them. Find out more at homedepot.com/kids. Free kids workshop kits, only from the Home Depot. How doers get more done. While supplies last, U.S. only.
to help pop this leg forward since separate that it's on another plane than the back leg, because this leg's in front of the back leg, so I'm going to give the highlight a little more emphasis on this leg to help bring it more into the foreground. But I don't want to have it as intense as the highlights up on the head. You know, there's like where it goes even solid white. Just want to intensify it. Shoulder, or that's probably, yeah, so I'm gonna say it's cloak. since I work in channels, I can toggle the color on and off pretty easily. So, especially when I work in these darker colors, uh, sometimes it's just easier to draw a selection. I just toggle the colors off so I can.
So, gentlemen, that's how it is. Until Grissom resurfaces. I'm the acting president, and I say starting with this anniversary festival, we run the city into the ground.
trying to bring this leg forward like we did on the other leg. Except this one I want to have it hit some more intense light. Because I'm going to have rays coming down here. Oh, feeling the red on red. So instead of being solid gray, I'm putting a little more of the blue and purple in here for the ambient light, so it'll fit into the scene.
Take the road less traveled in the newly redesigned Hyundai Santa Fe. With available H-Track all-wheel drive to help you get off the beaten path a little further together. And intuitive safety features that can help you see what's waiting around the bend. Plus, with generous room for 5 and comfortable available Napa leather seating, you can go for more drives as a family without driving each other crazy. Find new adventures together in the Hyundai Santa Fe.
I am the great genie. You have one wish.
Wait, just one? But with the multiplier scratch tickets from the Texas Lottery, I can multiply my prize by up to 200 times. And they have top prizes from $5,000 up to $1 million.
How about you wish for 2 multiplier scratch tickets? Wink, wink.
I got you.
For eligible game odds and information, visit txlottery.org or call 800-375-6886. Must be 18 or older to purchase a ticket. Play responsibly.
Spilled your drink? Bounty picks up spills quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent so you can use less than the leading value brand. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
idea is maybe to try and have the hood casting a shadow, but it might be a little too much. I think probably best if I just do it like it's not there and then add the shadow later. Realize now I haven't ever actually like shooting across here, like pew or something like that. I guess if I draw like pew, like doing that. That's a really good idea. I actually hadn't thought that far ahead, but I actually really like that idea. So yes, I am. Aren't you glad I thought of this? No, that's a cool idea. That's a good idea. I realize I haven't actually ever rendered this helmet before, and it's kind of a screwy shape, so we shall see what I come up with, because I don't quite know. Yeah, I really like that idea. I tend to save a lot of the effects like that and glows and stuff towards the end of the work. Honestly, I don't know why. It's just kind of how I was taught or just started doing and always did it. It'd probably be beneficial to maybe do it from the start, because then I can maybe hide problems, if that makes sense. Like, oh, here's this glow so intense, I don't actually have to render this or do that, or I have to do very little. I know talking to another colorist, that's what he ended up doing, is he does all that first, which never occurred to me till him, and I was like, oh, I should try that. And I've done it sometimes, but it's never stuck, and I don't really know why. Yeah, I guess you just find a rhythm or a groove for yourself and just go with it. So, but yeah, I like that idea. That's a good one. How was your weekend, Matt? You have a good weekend? Whoops. Ooh, sorry. I'm tired. I'm not sure on Doom Fate what that one is. I did get the first book of Scurry read. That was pretty cool. That was as good as I hoped it would be, and just gorgeous in work. I'm looking forward to reading the others. But yeah, had Christmas with my family finally, so that was really good. Met my parents' new dog they rescued over the holidays. It was a sweet little pup, and got to see my niece and nephew, and it was really nice seeing them. Man, my eyes burning. But yeah, no, it was nice. I got several new books to read, which I'm pretty excited about. Eyes are just burning. Oh, lots of good reading material, which, every time I put a dent in it, I end up adding more than I read. That's alright. Keeps me, always got something to read, so can't ever truly be bored, Sorry, my eyes keep burning right now. I think the allergens are going back up in the air around here. And then just also fatigue from looking at the monitor for too long. The novel for Starship Troopers? Like the original one? Once upon a time, I colored a couple Starship Trooper comics. That was a project that wasn't very sure I was going to get paid on. It took a long time and a lot of cajoling to actually get a check. I knew some guys in college that had read the book, the Starship Troopers book, but they're all older than I was. They were college, not even college. No, they were military and former militaries doing school. So yeah, that was always one there. I don't know. It never got onto my to read list, and I don't really know why. It always appealed to me. There's definitely aspects of the movie I thought were pretty cool. I don't know how it compares to the book. Probably not very similar at all. But maybe it is. Goodness. I saw the third one that was direct to DVD where they brought Casper Van Dien back. And that one I remember actually being pretty good.
You kind of like this guy, but when you can't decide between the Filet-O-Fish or the Big Mac.
And then
Thank you.
I've heard some of the animated ones really good. I remember watching the Roughnecks cartoon
Limited time only. Prices and participation.
Every now and again, I'd catch it on TV
Any
or something.
professional bartender like me will tell you, making a perfectly balanced Crown and Cola is not as
Uh,
simple as it seems. That's why I brought you here, to show you how I perfect
And that was pretty interesting.
Hi. Just a 4-pack of Crown Royal whiskey and colas, please. They're one of 3 new royal cocktails made easy.
Let me guess. You're a bartender.
Ooh.
That obvious?
I think the movie was trying to make you think, but wasn't terribly successful on a lot of levels in that regard. I remember when Starship Troopers came out. I didn't see it in theater, but I was working at Albertsons grocery store at the time. And that Albertsons had a video rental and purchase area, like a little one. And so when we were on lunch break or whatever, invariably somebody would borrow a movie and put it on during lunch, and that movie was in a regular rotation. So it's like when it first came out, I couldn't see it all in one sitting because, you know, the lunch was only an hour and the movie's obviously longer than that. But over the course of a couple weekends or whatever, usually saw the whole thing. That was in pretty steady rotation in the break room. They have a green blast for his gun. Are you talking? I'm thinking green. So it'll stand out. It's doing that. I mean, that'd be between this highlighted area and that green right there. That would I think really hopefully draw your eye more than this up here. Plus that'd be covered by logo somehow. I like that idea. So maybe do a green. Yeah, exactly. Both love and hate like this magenta background. I think it's one of those I might have to just get further along to find out if it's really going to work. for grins. Maybe. I can still have like the magenta light coming down. Maybe. I don't know. That's why we keep it on a layer. We can do whatever to it. Or revisit it later. That might be one of those where I'll have to start doing the glow effects to see what really works better. I don't know. I do like the magenta. It's just such a kind of a pain to color because it goes illegal so quick. Like that's when it's CMYK, so obviously it's not going to be as bright. It dulls out a bit, which that's okay. It'll print pretty good, but that's the one reason to try and avoid freaking pink and purple and printing, because it's actually kind of freaking hard. Because it goes awry really quick and easy. Really easy on myself by having this pink thing, and I got my stupid purple guy. I don't know what I was thinking. Of course, I did do different color studies for tracks, and man, I really like that purple and blue. It looked really good. It looked better than green. I think he was actually supposed to be bluer, and he kept going a little more purple, just kind of shifted in that way. So technically he was supposed to be blue, but liked them purple.
Microban 24 protects against Staphylococcus aureus.
One of the
bacteria, but does
one
not
of the
provide
books I
24-hour
got
protection against viruses.
over the weekend for
Every time you
Christmas
touch a
was
surface, you leave behind bacteria. To keep surfaces sanitized all day, use Microban 24 sanitizing spray.
Anthony Johnson's I
99.9% of viruses and bacteria initially.
think it's just
including
called
the virus that
Organized
causes
Writer.
COVID-19. Once dry, Microban
And
24 sanitizing
he's a
spray
writer
focuses
who
24 hours on bacteria when used as
he
directed.
wrote a comic series for Image that I really liked and I think was pretty, I want to say it was kind of under the radar. I don't know anybody that I don't know anybody other than I read it, but I really enjoyed it. It was called Fuse. It's basically like a police procedural, but set on a space station. I really like that one, and he's also created the character that the Charlize Theron movie Atomic Blonde is based on, and just done some different stuff. So, but his book there is kind of to help with strategies to juggle multiple projects, multiple writing projects, and techniques to one, organize, but two, try to be able to fit more writing in your schedule. And that's something I definitely struggle with. I have a lot of, like, when I do have the time to write, it takes me a considerable amount of time and energy to kind of get in the writing mindset. So if I have a couple days, it may be 2, 3, 4 days before I really kind of find my groove and become really productive. But most times I don't really have that many consecutive days, so hoping reading through this book and learning some tips, it'll help me get some new ideas to become a little more effective with my time management and getting more productive in writing and just work in general, because I'm sure it can be applied to other things. So pretty excited about it. Though it wasn't the first book I started reading that I was given. I was kind of, what do I read first? And so I don't tend to read multiple books at once. I get kind of lost in the details if I do that, and I can't keep them straight. And but at the same time, I'm also not the fastest reader in the world. Yeah. Just and in general and beyond, like Sasquatch Volume 2, because I got to start kind of percolating on that. I have a very, very, very vague idea, but I'm hoping just in general to help, especially since my struggle right now, especially with the start of this year, I'm a little more behind than I was anticipating, because and it's not her fault, but my daughter kind of shifted up her schedule a little bit on me, so she wakes up a lot earlier right now, and I'm hoping it's just a phase and she gets out of it. So we're waking up at 5 something in the morning, like when my wife wakes up to get ready to go to school, and she's also not napping near as long, so she's like going down for about 90 minutes. So usually when she goes down for her nap in the afternoon, that's about the time I'm able to stop and take a shower and just kind of get cleaned up myself, so I'm not another disaster. So by the time I get that stuff done and take care of emails, anything I gotta write, just kind of paperwork or odds and ends, I get 45 to 30 minutes to actually do work, whether it's coloring or writing or whatever. So, and then by the time she goes to bed at night, I've already been up for 15, 16 hours of just nonstop go, because she is the biggest bundle of energy. We have a lot of fun. We do. It's not my complaint. It's just we have a lot of fun. And so by the time the evening comes, it's like, okay, she's down for the night. That means I can stop and work. I'm usually pretty exhausted, so I don't get much done in the evening as I would like to, or I just flat out don't work because I'm just too tired. So I'm hoping reading this book, one, help writing stuff, yes, like Graveyard Orbit and stuff, but it's supposed to, I don't think it's meant, but it's like to help clear your mind, because I do have a tendency to just, my mind will race and everything like that. And so I'm hoping it'll help me figure out ways to kind of combat that and be able to zero in faster and be more productive in general. So even when I have just spurts of time, I can get more done. In theory, I hope. But he was a writer I like, so, and I'm on his newsletter and he was talking about it, and it sounded pretty, I was hopeful, let's just say. So I added it to my Amazon wish list, and they go. Yeah, I don't know that I'd say rough, but it's busy, and she's like a little tornado. So you're constantly constantly picking up and cleaning up and instantly being undone, and so you're not even staying on top of the mess. You're just kind of trying to keep it from getting too far out of hand. Some days are better than others, and then it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, well, man, I've really got the time, but everything's in complete and utter disarray that you can't concentrate just because everything's a mess. I have been cleaning my office for about a year. And if you see my office, it's a disaster. And it's not really her, it's just, let me do a little bit here, and then I get distracted, and there's always something. It's not bad by any stretch, and I don't want it to sound like it's bad, but it's definitely a different challenge than I was ever accustomed to before. So, and as time goes on, and she's more apt to entertain herself, work will ramp back up. But right now she is in need of constant supervision, but she also wants to hang out with me, and that is a lot of fun. It really is. It's exhausting, but it's a lot of fun. And there'll be, soon enough, she probably won't want anything to do with me. So we'll take advantage of it while we can. But yeah, I know I have shortcomings when it comes to my productivity, especially with writing more than anything, but just in general, like right now, I'm definitely struggling, and getting tips from somebody who has developed some kind of strategy while maintaining a freelance job with family and kids and all that, it's worth a shot. And I like his work, so if nothing else, I'm supporting him. So that'll be good. Yeah, like I said, I was really trying to maximize my productivity today. So I've been up since right around 5 a.m. and then haven't taken a break. Just for dinner. I eat lunch at my desk. So as soon as I finished eating, I just bowl still in here. So, which movies? Yeah, I was watching movies all day today. I started off watching Action Jackson because love me some Carl Weathers. And then, what was it? I watched, what did I watch right after that? Man, I started watching Detective Pikachu. That's kind of funny. Let's see, what else? I don't remember what else I watched. Oh, I watched Gemini Man with Will Smith as basically he's a military CIA sniper or something like that who goes on retirement, but it turns out when he retired, he'd actually been cloned, and his clone was coming to kill him. Meh. I haven't finished it. I've still got about an hour left. The Detective Pikachu was the one I started last, right before my wife got home, and then we did dinner. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't memorable. I mean, it's pretty forgettable. It's a new show that I just watched. I was just looking to see what it was I watched. I watched something else, but obviously it didn't stick with me, so must not have been great. I've been trying to get into this. We'd recently we took advantage of this like big deal that HBO Max was doing for sign up. Is one we were like, well, it's a percentage off. We wanted to watch Wonder Woman, and like, well, since all the movies are coming to HBO Max in addition to the theaters, and I was like, yeah, we'll just go ahead and get it. They finally came to Roku, so I could put it on the office. So we got it. So there's a bunch of movies on there. So that's what I was primarily watching today. Oh, I watched Fahrenheit 451. That was the other one. Whatever. I like Michael B. Jordan. I like Michael Shannon. It's kind of forgettable. I did watch Underwater the other day, and that was pretty cool. If you ever read Scott Snyder's and Sean Gordon Murphy's book Wake, the movie Underwater is basically like the first issue or two of Wake. It is pretty cool. Even being what's her name from Twilight, the girl, Kristen, not Dunst, Stewart. You know, that was actually a pretty cool movie. I kind of like underwater flicks like that. Ford versus Ferrari was really good. And trying to get into Raised by Wolves. You know, I'd heard some really good stuff about it, but man, I'm like 4 episodes in, and I just don't care. I don't know that I'll give it any more time. And I was really hoping for it because I like one of the main actors, the dude from Vikings. That dude's dope, but show's boring. Well, on Raised by Wolves, like the first episode or two ended up being directed by Ridley Scott. So it's just like, okay, you know, at the very least, it's going to be some pretty stellar looking sci-fi stuff. And it's just drab, boring, not really a whole lot to look at. I don't know. I was expecting more. I don't think I'll probably continue that. I'll go back to anything else. I started watching Primal. That's a pretty crazy show. I like it, but it's one that I'll only do an episode or two at a time. Especially since there's like no words. It's hard to work to because you have to watch it. So I might pop on an episode too. So I'm a handful of episodes into that. That's pretty cool. I've watched a little bit of Adventure Time because anytime a buddy of mine was talking about it, it just sounded like the craziest, weirdest, awesomest show ever. But I'm not engaged by it. I don't care. I don't like the way it looks, I think, more than anything. Like, there's some neat stuff in it. I'm like, oh, that could be pretty cool, but I'm very turned off by the style. I don't know. And that, what is it? Bender is the dog. Like, it's the same voice as Bender from Futurama as the dog, and it just kind of throws me for a loop. I don't hate it, but I'm not thrilled with it. We shall see. I might try some more. It's one of those things where if I can get past my preconceptions, I would. Yeah. Bob's Burgers. It took me a little while to get into Bob's Burgers, and I ended up really liking Bob's Burgers, but it was hard. Like, that was one that was hard for me to get into too, because it looked so weird, and I just like, no, that's Archer. It's the wrong voice, wrong character. Like, what is this? But I ended up really liking Bob's Burgers, so I'll keep giving Adventure Time a try, because I know it's got some fans, and like a buddy of mine, he hasn't ever really steered me wrong. Like, we do have some differing tastes, but it's one of those things where stuff he's doing is like, that sounds pretty wild and pretty cool. So I'll give it a shot for a little while longer before I give up on it. We're running out of gas. And I'm kind of hungry. So on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Saturdays, my wife and we eat a vegan diet, and she's found some great recipes, and there's some really great food. She actually just got we just tried some vegan cheese that she was recommended. We tried vegan cheese before, and it wasn't any good. This stuff was actually pretty freaking good. So that'll open up some more possibilities. But yeah, the only real downside, but it's actually a positive, is the food like digests so fast, because you're just eating vegetables, and like, we don't hardly eat carbohydrates, and so it's just like fiber and protein, and it just burns up real quick. So it's like, man, I know we just ate like 2 hours ago, but I'm hungry. We try not to do a lot of snacking, because, you know, kind of defeats the purpose. But man, some days are harder than others. You know. Yes and no. I mean, the silly part was, it was actually my idea, which I never would have in my entire life been like, yeah. But her dad actually went on a pretty restrictive diet, and we call it like vegan plus. Like, he goes beyond it to help with some issues he had several years ago, and it basically cured him. And he still eats like that, and when I first met my wife and was learning all stuff, I was at their house and her mom was making dinner and everything like that. She'd make her dad his vegan meal, and then she'd have like the variation that wasn't vegan for everybody else. But I would always try what he was eating because why not? And what she made was really good. Like it tasted really good. It wasn't just vegetables. There's beans and stuff like that, but I mean it tasted really good. I'm like, dang, that's pretty good. So after a really long endeavor of lots of exercise and limited results, like there were definitely results, but it wasn't quite what I was wanting. Like, well, let's try this, and I think my wife was actually kind of the same mind, but I approached with her and she's like, I was thinking that, but I didn't think you'd go for it or something like that. And like, we can try it, and we're over a year in, and the only time, like every now and again, we'll cheat or break, but we've been doing all right. But like I said, the biggest thing is you just get hungry again quick, which is good because I used to have the slowest metabolism on planet Earth. So I mean that's good. It helps me in that regard. But here it is, 9 something, and I don't want to eat, but I'm hungry. Yeah, I was even watching a documentary about juicing that was really pretty interesting. But honestly, I even talked to her about doing that, and I don't honestly, I don't think we could afford juicing just because the amount of like fruits and vegetables you have to buy to get enough juice to really get something. Like we just don't have the budget for it because fruits and vegetables are expensive. Especially if you want to get any variety. Well, yeah, there's also like like there's Naked and some other one, and even those juices are pretty expensive. Like, hey, here's your 12-ounce juice, and it's like $6, and it's like, well, if you start adding that up for a few meals a day, like all of a sudden you're spending like $30 or $40 for food per person. So a day. So it's like, yeah, we couldn't afford that. Like the 2 days, the 2 or 3 days that we'd be doing that juice thing would be like our week's budget of food. So that wasn't quite gonna work for us. Plus, she'll make some smoothies and stuff like that, which are really good. Yeah. But you can. No, that's like a drop of spit. Drool.
If you're on the road and listening to this, it doesn't matter where you're going. Across town to run errands or cross country.
But we do a bit of pasta because you can get different pastas that are vegan there. Some brown rice noodles that are actually really good. There's whole wheat pasta, which is really heavy, but it can be good for certain things. It works for spaghetti and stuff like that. So I mean, you can do spaghetti, but no meat sauce or anything like that. So you can do things like that, which is all right. And then
Viewers call us with questions, and we find them answers.
We do some tofu. We do a few tofu dishes that are actually really good. We've tried some that aren't very good. But we kind of find the ones we like and do.
Spotify has a new tool, Podcast Charts. They track what's trending. Check it out. Search for podcasts and hit charts.
In San Antonio, your cloudy evening can use a little more brightness. So add a splash of Tropicana Pure Premium Orange Juice with 100% of your daily dose of vitamin C for the whole family. It's that little evening moment that can brighten their night. Tropicana. Sip your sunshine.
Yeah. Well, she's got a way that she'll, for lack of a better, bread it, like put a breading on it, like panko or something like that. It's actually really good, and she's got a couple different sauces that she'll make that are really good. Like one tonight was, we call firecracker tofu. That's actually really good. She got off Pinterest, and it's a kind of an Asian, like, hot sauce type of thing, chili oil and stuff. It's pretty good. That's one of our regular go-to meals. But she made this last week. She did a curry ramen soup. That was really tasty. Even the baby, which was like, heck yeah, man. I will say, if my wife wasn't such a good cook, I would not still be eating vegan a year later. Why do you hate Twitch, Tony? I don't know what a freshie is. We've got a Salada nearby. It's a little high priced, but it's good every now and again. It's a pretty big salad. Isn't it on the right? Mine's on the right. With a little thing that says send a message. See? Right here. It did update from when I last streamed, at the end of November, beginning of December, and when I started streaming last week, there was apparently a pretty decent update, because things are moved around on my end too, on the channel manager side, so I get it. Apparently it's been a while since I saved. That's not good. How you doing, Tony? Yeah. 2021 started pretty rough. What happened to you? No, taxes, yes. I've reached out to everybody that owes me 1099s, and I don't think anybody's going to send them to me. So it's one of those things where I want to get my taxes started, going, and done, but same time, they might send me ones. So I don't know. As long as I claim it on my side, it should be fine. Anything else crazy happen to you? Yeah, no, I hear you, man. Sorry, buddy. Say come hang out here, but you know, you can't. Yeah, no doubt. That's got to be the hardest part. COVID stuff's just kind of, you know, the way it is now. Yep. I just had Christmas with my family on Saturday, so yeah, I get it. Hadn't been able to see or hang out with them for about 6 weeks.
This blue eye perceives all things conjoined. The past, the future, and the present. Everything flows, and all is connected. This eye is not merely seeing reality, it is touching the truth. Open the eye of truth. There is nothing to fear.
Oh, hey, Tony. So, Lissa showed you up, bro. She ended up making a fideo soup. It was much better than your fideo soup that you made me. I was like, dang, it was better than Tony's. I don't know. Made it. It was yummy. She had different noodles. She didn't have the really small ones. She couldn't find them, but she made do with some other noodles. But all in all, it was really, really tasty. And Kaylee liked it quite a bit, and it was yummy, man.
Your eyes gazed into the realm of truth.
I was like, Tony made me fideo. She's like, yeah? How's it compare? Yours is better.
That's why I brought you here, to show you how I perfect it every time.
Yeah. The easy one's good, too.
Just a 4-pack of Crown Royal whiskey and colas, please. They're one of 3 new royal cocktails made easy.
Let me guess.
Can't go wrong with the easy and good, man.
Obvious?
Please drink responsibly. Produced and canned by Crown Royal USA, Indianapolis, Indiana.
Peyton, how did you create all of Peytonville's backstories?
I got help from a pro, Brad. My financial professional explained all the ways that Nationwide can help protect financial futures in Peytonville. How the right retirement
good.
products help the Greens get lifetime income.
I think she's wanting to make it again, which works for me. I liked it.
More time with his pal Peyton and their new band.
Oh, did he?
Yes, he did.
Guarantees are subject to the claims-paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Products underwritten by Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, Kaylee's a big fan of the fideo. Even like when we do like go over to Taco Palenque and they gave the fideo. Like if we get Kaylee a taco, she'll eat the fideo. She doesn't even want the taco.
So there's only one thing left to do. Run to Taco Bell because nacho fries are back.
It's been a long while since we did. I don't know if I ever made her chilaquiles or not, but I kind of stopped making it because I couldn't justify eating something so unhealthy. I was trying to eat better. It was yummy though. You can tell I'm hungry because I'm talking about food all the time right now. Well, when it comes to chilaquiles, yes. She's got several dishes she makes that taste really, really good. There she is. You already wanted Fideo, though. You said you wanted to do it again. So, I didn't do anything wrong. Tacos. Well, that's not my fault. I thought you said that because that's what you were getting stuff to do for groceries. I'm hungry. I might need to go get an apple or something. Oh, what time is it? Let's see. I thought I'd gotten further along, but I may be calling it. I've kind of hitting the wall here. I need to go unwind and grab an apple or something. It's been a super long day, but 3 pages colored and 2 more about half done, and then progress on the cover. So not bad. Oh, Tony, yeah. Since you're here, I haven't seen you in a dog's age or talked to you in a dog's age, though. Go see what me and Montos are cooking up, man. We're working on a new job. Let's open up the There's page 1. I did that one this morning. I like pages like this. It took me like 45 minutes. And then there's page 2. I like this page a lot. It kind of came out rad. I was really happy with this one. And there's page 3. Trying to go for a really kind of European or heavy metal comics type of vibe. And finish this one today too. It's a lot of fun, man. Kind of doing a new to me technique. It's really pretty rad, pretty cool, a lot of fun, and pretty simple. I mean, all things considered. Like there's a lot on the pages, but it's all really pretty loose. So it's pretty fun to color like this. I'm enjoying it. So I'll probably be, whenever I start doing the pages Craig's drawn for our Graveyard Orbit book, that's probably what I'll end up doing, something similar to like that. But I'll probably strip that down and go, I think I'm going to go pretty monochromatic on the Graveyard Orbit stuff. So Matt has seen some of the Graveyard Orbit stuff in previous streams. Come on, computer, catch up to me. In previous streams and on the Patreon. But like, there's a JPEG. So I'll probably try and color this book like that, but I'll probably do pretty monochromatic, like blues and greens or whatever, and then maybe do like specific accents, you know, have the screens pop, or I don't know, something like that. Make each character pop out, or like maybe his beard would be blonde or red or whatever, so he stands out like that. I think it could be kind of cool. Probably cut down on laying flats. Just I don't want to lay flats, and I don't really want to pay somebody to lay flats because there ain't that much money. So, but it should be good. It's gonna be fun. I'm having a lot of fun on these Montos pages, and I think it'll pay off really well in the long run for Graveyard Orbit, and yeah, it should be good, man. Having a lot of fun with it. And all right, I'm gonna call it here because I'm pooped. It's been a long day, and I have no idea what time the kid's waking up in the morning. So I'll probably go to sleep here soon. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you kids at another time.